We're gonna do 6. That's the wrong one. Let me fix this. Okay. Let's try this again. Geometry, the 10th of February, as the VA students will be able to use triangle inequality, section 6.3.
NWEA, boy. You don't like NWA?
Do you not know what? I would not say what NWA stands for. I would not say that.
NWA is good.
So,
That's real rap. That's good rap.
they look a lot like
Easy. Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Those
they're
are the
straight
boys.
out of Compton, okay?
New rap.
Okay, so let's look at 6.3, guys.
No.
Dial it.
Okay, I
Okay?
got it now.
What is the measure of angle B? We have this triangle here. We're told measure of angle A, measure of angle C. Trying to figure out the measure of angle B. How can we figure out the measure of angle B, Clyde?
From.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were paying attention. Wyatt, how do we find it? Kale, how do we find it? Nope. Okay, try again. Wyatt.
A plus B plus, wait, no. Angle A plus angle C plus
Okay.
X equals 180.
Okay, 95 plus 35 plus X equals 180. You add these three angles up to equal 180, okay? Or you take 95 plus 35, subtract from 180, we'll do the same thing. So 130 plus X equals 180. Subtract 130. And what do we get angle B to be?
Yeah.
50 degrees.
Good job.
Okay? So let's list the angles from smallest to largest. So what's our smallest angle in this triangle?
C.
Angle C, okay? Right? It's literally like right after, so Grace. Okay, 6.2 is like here, Grace.
Looking. Oh, found it.
Okay, I was trying to show you how, but
I got it.
now we found it. Angle C, what's the next smallest?
B.
So let's see, angle B, and then what's our largest?
A.
Angle A. Now we're asked also to list the sides from smallest to greatest, but do we know enough information to do that?
No.
No, we don't. We're not given any side lengths, okay? Let's look at a what if. Let's look at a hypothetical. Let's look at a hypothetical, okay?
Oh, great.
Can I have you turn on your flashlight for me? The full brightness.
Full brightness.
Full brightness. You know how to do that?
It doesn't have different brightnesses.
No, it does though.
It does.
Yeah. If you go to your control center, you swipe down on the right side and hold it down, and then you hold on to your flashlight using a 3D touch.
I'm about to be the judge. I have your mom's permission and I have your mom's permission, so we drop it all.
Like your mom said hi to me when she was working.
I got your mom's permission too.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now, could I actually get a hand for you up here? Could you hold on? Could you? Did I said Y, right?
Can I do a freaking?
Can you hold this? Okay. So, hey guys, can you see how when Wyatt has the light shown up here, we can see that now. Hold it down, like all the way down on the desk. Okay, you can tell the difference. Lift it up again. Of when the light's shining on this wall, can't you?
Barely. Turn off your point keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, works better.
So we can see when the light's on, go back down. Okay, up. We can see where the light's at, right? Okay. Can I borrow your notebook?
Yeah.
Okay. And can I borrow your notebook?
What?
Dope. Okay. Now, what's going to happen, guys? If I go like this, okay, and I go, and right now, I'm not changing anything. Let's say I end up going, and like I'm making the angle smaller from the phone. What ends up happening is I end up making the angle smaller. See if you can see it there. There we go. On that side.
It's smaller. The amount of light gets smaller.
The amount of light gets smaller, right? So like the length of the light on the wall gets smaller, doesn't it? And so when I started off and it's small already, what's going to happen when I make the angle bigger? There's going to be more light. It's going to make that side longer, right?
Yeah.
So the smaller the angle I have coming from this phone, the longer the light will be on the wall, won't it?
Yes.
So to make it longer, okay? Or to make it shorter, the light's gonna get smaller, okay? So in the same way, okay?
Shout out to Di, do you wanna do this?
Don't fall. Okay. The ASR, I scared you.
Parkour.
Like going on 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Give warning, I'll be bad. Why is the window closed? I don't like that.
Okay. So in the same fashion, guys, in the same fashion, okay, in the same fashion, we can say, depending on the size of the angle, that will determine the size of the side opposite to it. It didn't change how far away the phone was from the board. If we imaginary completed a triangle from there, it didn't change how far this was from the board. It was still the same distance away, but it did change the length of the opposite side. It did change the length of the opposite side as I changed the angle. Okay, it didn't change how far it was from the board, but it changed the length of the opposite side there. Okay, bless you and bless the rain is down in Africa, lest you forget. Okay, so what we can see then, as this loads up here, okay, is that if angle C is the smallest angle, what can we know about side AB then?
There's the
It's going to be the smallest side. Because the smaller the angle is, the smaller the opposite side will be. Because if we just think of angle C as our flashlight, here, then the side opposite that, well, if this angle is smaller, 35 than 50 and 95, then we know that opposite side is going to be smaller, just like we saw there with the notebook from the flashlight. So then our next biggest angle, 50, let's open up a little bit more. That's going to make side AC the medium side. That's going to make side AC the medium side. And so what side would then be the biggest? BC. Okay, not only is there only remaining one, but how could we also know it's our biggest one?
Because I think C and C and B are the two biggest ones.
Well,
C and B are two biggest angles.
what's opposite side CB? What angle is opposite side CB?
A.
Angle A. And is angle A the biggest angle?
Yes.
So it's going to have the biggest opening, and then just like our flashlight, the bigger the opening, the longer the opposite side. Okay? So just like here, it's across the opposite side, so the larger the angle it opens up at, the longer the side can be. So we can see that the longest side and the largest angle are opposite each other. The longest side and the largest angle are opposite each other. Because it's just like that flashlight. It's not right next to it. It's across from it. It's opposite it. Same kind of idea here. And so what do we think is going to be true here for these? For this one? Okay, the shortest side and the what kind of angle are opposite each other? And the smallest. So we can tell the order of these just based upon either the sides of the angles. Right, Marissa? Cool beans. We're going to put that away, right? Okay, cool beans. Feel it. Can you what? Oh, heck yeah. It's kind of nice to have some natural light here, isn't it?
Natty light here, dude.
No, that's not what I said.
Oh.
Natural. I said natural. Yeah, like full of organic. Yeah. Anyway, different spelling of the word light.
So pronounce. Alright, next.
Okay. Any questions over this, guys? Does that make a little bit more sense with that flashlight, though?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope it does. I really hope it does. Okay? So let's list these following sides and angles in order from smallest to largest. Once again, we're going smallest to largest. I'm not going to trick you on these, guys. Heads up. This is me telling you right now, I'm not going to trick you on this. On homework, on tests, on notes, I'm not tricking you on this. I'm not going to throw in one out of nowhere that's largest to smallest. Okay? I'm always going to have smallest to largest. What?
Oh my god.
It was up there for so long.
Today's Monday.
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay? You're over here talking about Natty Light. Now YouTube's probably going to say my video's not for kids after all.
Ooh, then it's gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, man, and I'm gonna lose all the money I make from my videos. Oh, I wish. That'd be cool.
It's what?
Yeah, maybe if we were talking about this more, you probably would.
No, for me, like.
So,
Do you
In
know
this
kids
triangle-
from other like classes do certain things too?
yeah, I've heard of that.
Like a lot.
Oh, nice, that's cool. So, what would be our angles from smallest to largest in this triangle?
45.
Q,
Smallest to largest.
80.
Angle
P.
P,
Angle R.
angle R,
Angle Q.
and angle Q. Okay. Now, are we also able to list our sides from smallest to largest, even though we don't have angles? Now we are. Okay. So, can anyone tell me what my smallest side would be?
QR.
RQ or QR? Doesn't matter which one we call it. How do we know this one's the smallest side?
With the flashlight.
Because of the flashlight, right? It's opposite the smallest angle.
I
Okay.
don't get it, but like I get it. Like I understand that the smallest angle.
If you get that, we're good. So what would be my medium side then?
QP.
Because it's opposite the medium side. It's
Okay,
opposite the medium angle.
okay, but
I just don't
also
understand because
P is the opposite of 55. Also.
PQ is what? What are you saying, Grace?
Well, you said that the opposite side.
From angle R, from our
Oh,
medium angle. And so what would be our longest side there? Or our least small side?
PR.
PR, right? Because that's opposite the biggest angle. I'm just going to go ahead and do RP since I accidentally wrote an R there. Because we flip the order, doesn't matter. Questions on how we know that?
So then CV is the shortest on the next one.
Okay, so,
are
you
It tells you.
Okay, but that's completely different though because okay, 55 is bigger than 45.
yeah, 55 goes after 40. We do smallest to largest.
No, on the bottom. On
Here?
the bottom, QR is smaller than freaking.
QR
QP.
is smaller
Yes.
I meant bigger. It's 55.
No, because it's about the opposite angle on the
It's
opposite
about
sides.
the length, not the
So if this is the angle, this is our flashlight, and this is the flashlight. These are both flashlights, Nolan. Okay. This one has a bigger angle from the flashlight than this one does.
Yeah.
What happened when we had the bigger angle on the flashlight? What happened to the side of how much light shone on the wall? It got bigger, right?
Yeah.
So from here, if it's bigger from here, that makes this side the bigger one. It makes the
Oh.
opposite side.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, I want you guys to try number 2 on your own. I want you guys to try number 2 on your own. Okay? And if you have it or have questions, I want you to raise your hand, okay?
Yeah.
ah,
I get Brian like that.
Alright, figured. You're on, Nolan. No, I'm not, boy.
He's 25 years.
Well, whatever, 25 is side CV. So that's the It's the smallest.
Hey, what the fuck are you smoking?
Weird. You do every single time.
Butt?
Yeah.
Which one is the
She wishes.
So side CA.
Look at that pretty football field.
But we're doing the small sides with these sides.
Not a soccer field at all.
Yeah.
It's a band field.
That's
Coon Dad.
CP is AC is so CA you're wrong.
Dude, that is.
You don't know how to work one? And then push it all the way over to the side.
Dude, I feel like it's gonna come down.
Just push it that way if you want to.
Fuck with.
There you go.
Because from Woodland's opposite AC, that'd be the
Yeah, I'm helping
small
too.
side. Angle opposite that would be the small side.
No, she put,
That's where the
she
opposite.
put angle 24 and angle 75.
Okay, no.
Or small side AC. Small angle would be opposite that.
Because that's flashlight, so that would be
Small,
going.
yeah, that's
Serious
small
back
side.
issues. So C would be
So this is a small side. Small angle has to
A,
be
the big.
B.
Actually, the opposite.
This is the opposite. That'd be the one shining. That's
False.
false.
Look it up right now.
These sides are right. Angles are both small squares.
No.
Let's talk about this one up here, guys.
Raquel.
So here, what information or which one are we given information on? Sides or angles?
Actually,
Sides.
great.
So what's our smallest side here? Okay, side CA or AC? Either one. Because it's 7. What's our next smallest side? Okay, AB. No, what's our biggest side?
BA.
Oh, I said, what?
What's our biggest side?
I
No?
went opposite. I did backward. CB. I did the other way around. I did CB, BA, CA.
Okay. We're going small slurs.
Oh.
We're always doing small slurs. Okay? So now we do the angles. We say, okay, if TA is the smallest side, what's our smallest angle?
B.
Angle B. It has to be the one opposite that of the flashlight. That's what our flashlight's shining at. The angle gets smaller, so the side gets smaller. What would be our next smallest angle? Okay. Nope. Angle C, because that's opposite our next smallest side. Not touching it. And then what's our next smallest, aka our biggest angle? Angle A. Okay. It does look like it would be A. Okay. Okay. You see, did you get? Who said that? I thought you said. Does anyone have any questions on number 2? Okay. I want you guys to try number 3. I want you guys to try number 3. When you have it or have questions, raise your hand.
Are B and C congruent to each other?
Triangle sum to figure out what the third angle is.
That'd be your middle side.
That is anything.
I'm just lazy. Just check. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I would recheck him and check you on this. I agree with your sides. So we're actually supposed to be
By the time you got.
For what?
I'm a checker.
Angle A, no. Yeah, angle A, angle C.
So the corner went
And then AB.
That's probably.
Yeah. Put that.
You're such an
So,
Wait, then, in the summer.
Oh, wait.
maybe if you would. Why? Why do you think Aaron.
Okay, let's talk about this one up here, guys. What did we end up getting angle C to be? Grace, what did we get angle C to be?
Angle C is 65.
65 degrees, right? So then let's order these from smallest to greatest. Colton, tell me the smallest to greatest of the angles.
Angles, A, C, B.
Angle A, angle C, angle B. Okay? Then can somebody help me out with my sides here? Who can help me out with my sides here? Okay, Grace?
Angle or line BC, segment BC,
Very good.
segment A,
Yep.
and segment AC.
Very good. Okay. Is anybody noticing a pattern with our sides compared to our angles? Is anybody noticing a pattern with our sides compared to our angles by chance?
No.
Okay, let's keep going.
The
Let's do number
smallest
4.
one has this. They each have 2 of each other.
Okay, so like you see each letter twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see B twice, A twice, C twice. That's true. Okay, Wyatt, what are you thinking? No? Okay, no. Okay. Let's go ahead and try number 4.
Oh
Number
wait,
4.
wait, I have a.
Oh, what are
yeah.
you thinking?
Okay, so whatever letter it is, so if it's A, then it's gonna be the opposite to angles, and C opposite to, and then B opposite to.
That's exactly right, guys. Okay.
And exactly.
Let me re-explain what Grace said here, and then tack on a little more to it. She's exactly right, guys.
Yeah.
This is a pattern we can notice here. That's true all the time. Is that in angle A, if that's smallest, that means the smallest side is going to be opposite it. So it's going to be the 2 letters that don't use A. So it's going to be the other 2 letters, B side BC. If we use C, we're going to use the other 2 letters, side BA. If we're going to use B, we're going to use the other 2 letters, side AC. Okay, and it'll always work out that way. Or for example, if we start with the sides and we use BC, what letter didn't we use? A. And the reason why that is because it's the opposite sides of angles. So the side opposite angle A involves the other 2 letters, because it's away from angle A. Or the angle opposite side BA involves the other letter, because it's not touching, it's opposite it over here. Okay, so that's a pattern we can use to help us. I want you guys to try both 4 and 5. I want you guys to both try both 4 and 5. If you have them or have questions, I want you to raise your hand, okay? If you have them or have questions, I want you to raise your hand on 4 and 5. Okay? No longer, right?
I'm very disappointed in me. Don't worry, my parents are too.
Oh, yes. You told me that before. You don't?
I don't. He said he doesn't. He don't. I don't know.
So you're wrong.
Yeah, cut.
So this is the heat angle. So that's going to be a side of the angle. You don't measure angle with feet. So let's do our sides first.
Like I tried that.
So it's our small side. Yeah, let's go for that first small side. Nolan, have you been checked? You just saved that? Okay. Have you checked?
Hey, I got it.
I think 4, I don't think 5.
Okay, let's see what that is.
I mean, we can find 2 together.
Yeah. The list is.
Yeet.
I didn't touch you.
Remember, Chuck,
You
you get it right.
stop.
Done.
Me too.
So we're talking about number 4 up here. This time we want to start off with our sides because that's what we're given on number 4. So our small side is EF, followed by DE, followed by a side or segment DF. And for angles, as long as we remember that it's the opposite angle compared to the side, that makes you know, oh, it's the letter that's not used. Angle D, angle F, and angle E. Okay. Questions on 4? And on 5? You can say the angles are smallest is angle A, followed by angle B, followed by angle C. Okay. So then for our sides, they're going to be the ones opposite it. The side opposite angle A is side BC, followed by the side opposite angle B, which is side AC, followed by the side opposite angle C, which is side AB.
Does it matter if it has CB?
No. You can flip within the segment. You can flip them around. Very good. Okay. Question on that? Okay. This next part. I'm gonna grab some rulers here. Okay. And I'm actually just gonna hold on to these things here. Okay. So if I take these rulers, okay, each of these is how long? Okay, 12 inches a foot, right? Okay. If I take each of these, okay, and I only have out across this floor. Okay.
What is that?
How many do I have there? 5. Okay. So how long is this? 5 feet. Okay. So that's a 5 foot long segment. It's going to be one 5 foot long segment. Okay. Let's put this all together. A 5 foot long segment. Okay. And then I'm going to do a 3 foot long segment. I'm going to use 3 of these. I'm going to connect them right there. Okay. And I'm going to do let's say I do a 4 foot long segment here. Okay, so I do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Does this currently make a triangle? No, because it doesn't connect. Can anybody come up and make a triangle out of these without changing the lengths? So having a 5 foot, a 3 foot, 4 foot. Okay, no one want to come up here and do this. Okay, Gracie, go ahead.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Can we?
Yeah. You just can't change the side lengths.
Yeah, 3, 5, and what?
4. Maybe just change the lot first then. Just kind of overcompensate some of it.
You're right. Doink. Oh, I'm almost there. Hold up.
Okay, so Nolan, Brady, can you see back there? Okay, did she end up making a triangle out of this? Yeah, she just had to change the angles, right? Okay? Yep. Now, what if I take away one of these and I have a side length of 2, side length of 5, and a side length of 4? Did anybody make a triangle out of this?
Yes.
Okay, who wants to come up here and do it? Colt, you got this? Nolan, you got this?
Yeah,
Go,
Colton
Nolan.
got it. Let's go, Colton.
Okay. So we have a side length of 2, 5, and 4. Last time we had a side length of 3, 5, and 4. You know, a side length of 2, 5, and 4.
Just gotta change it around.
Okay, go ahead. No. The side lengths have to stay the same.
Side length, I can change this.
You can change the angles.
Like you don't move it.
Move the top closer to
Yeah.
the
So
side.
like you can slide it like you can slide it like this, and then slide everything else in.
You can do that. Hold it.
This is like not working. All I made is shorter.
Well, we need it to be that length, so.
Well, I'm working on it.
Okay. Alright. Got this. Do that. Okay, so we need to get it to work, didn't we? Got it to work? Okay? And I would say, okay, well, we just want it to be on the outside here, but that still works very good. Okay? So that works. What if we take another one? We have side lengths of 2, 5, and 3. Side lengths of 2, 5, and 3. And we can make a triangle out of this. Side lengths of 2, 5, and 3.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Colton.
Do it, Colton.
Go
No, it's not
Colton.
possible.
Colton, you said you can do it. I want to see it.
possible.
You just
Show me.
You can do it.
Okay.
Wait, do the things that
Mm.
It's possible, dude. It's not possible.
Keep going back and forth on this.
It's not.
Just keep going back and forth on this. This is making my day. I want you to know
it's
that.
not possible.
I appreciate the commentary.
That's a
But
straight
it's not all
line.
the way out, is it? It's not out here, is it? It's supposed to be
There's a
here.
triangle right there.
It's supposed to be here.
They're parallel lines.
That's what it's supposed to be. So what's the only way we can get these to connect?
If it becomes two lines.
If they become just flat, right?
Yep.
They become flat. And is this a triangle anymore? It's
No.
flat? No, it's not.
And it
Okay.
doesn't connect,
Okay.
it's not like that.
Okay. So even though we have 5 and 5, it just becomes 2 sides of 5, unless I check the triangle has 3 sides. So I can't make a triangle, can't it?
No.
Okay. What if I take some different lengths? Let's say I take one of 3. Okay. One of 3. One of 5 again. And if my other one's just 1, would that change anything?
Nope.
No, would it change anything if I went 2 and 2?
No.
No, right? Wouldn't be long enough to meet, would it? Okay. So can we take any 3 line segments and just make a triangle?
No.
No, we just saw we can't. Okay, we just saw we can't. Okay? So we gotta say, okay, well why? Why is that? Okay, we don't want to say, oh wait, well, you know, we're just gonna have to try making a triangle each time. There's no way to figure it out. There's a way to figure it out. So if we had, when we had this 3, 2, and 5, what did we notice about the sides of 3 and 2 that came together? When we had this 3, 2, and 5, 3 length, 2 length, 5 length, what did we notice as the 3 and the 2 came together?
They didn't meet.
They didn't meet until it was flat, right? Until it became one segment of, try again. One segment of, how long is this new segment?
5.
5. 3 plus 2 is 5. I hold up 2 fingers, that's 3 in my help. Okay. 3 plus 2 is 5, okay?
Bam.
So, it didn't work until we got all the way up to 5. And we noticed here when it was 2 and 2 a moment ago, what did we notice about 2 plus 2?
So the angles can't add up to the bottom line of those.
Not angles, but sides.
Sides,
And 2
yeah.
plus 2 is 4. What's 4 compared to 5 on the longest side?
One more.
What's less than it? Didn't work. But when we had a moment ago, when we had 4, we had a length of 4, a length of 2, and a length of 5. What did we notice about our shorter 2 lengths, 4 and 2? When we had 4, 2, and 5, we said we made a triangle with that a moment ago. No one made that one. What did we notice about our length of 4 and 2? It's longer than our third side, okay? So that's what I want us to see from this, guys, is that if we take 3 line segments, we may or may not be able to form a triangle with them. It depends.
You're coming up with a lot of activities today.
I know, right? This is a good one.
Yeah, I know.
I-
This is a good
I like this one.
15 minutes.
Good. Okay. So we have this triangle inequality theorem. We said a lot of the words less than, greater than, more than. Those are inequalities in that.
Equal to.
Okay? So equal to. So we have this triangle inequality theorem that states when we know it's true or not. The sum of any two side lengths of a triangle has to be greater than the third side length. The sum of any two side lengths of a triangle has to be greater than the third side. In this case, if I take two of the sides, 4 plus 2, that's 6. That's greater than the third side, 5. If I had the other two, 2 plus 5, is that greater than 4? 2 plus 5 is 7. Is that greater than 4? Yeah, if I take 4 plus 5, is that going to be greater than 2? Yeah, 9, okay. If I take two of the bigger ones, obviously it's going to be bigger than the smallest one, right? Okay. Or if I take the biggest one plus anything, it's going to be bigger than the other two, won't it? Okay. Just like if I take Nolan's height, he's the tallest one in here. If I take Nolan's height and add any other height to it, it's going to be taller than anyone else in here, right? Because Nolan by himself is taller than anyone else in here. So if I take the longest side and if I add any other side to it, of course it's still going to be longer. Same idea. So what we need is this any two sides, if we add them together and it's greater than the third side is a triangle. But the thing is we only need to check, we only need to check that the sum of the smaller two sides, sum of two smaller sides is greater than the biggest side. We need the sum of the two smaller sides to be greater than the biggest side. If that's the case, we can make a triangle out of it. If the sum of the two smaller sides is greater than the biggest side, we can make a triangle out of it. That's why side lengths of 3 feet, 5 feet, and 2 feet didn't work. The smaller two sides, 3 and 2, is not greater than 5. It's not greater than the biggest side, it's equal. Or when we had 2, 2, and 5, 2 plus 2 is 4. That is not greater than 5. So it can't be a triangle. Quick maths. 2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1 is 3. Quick maths, okay? So, is it possible to form a triangle with these three lengths, 8, 15, 17?
Yes.
Okay, why are you guys saying yes? I agree. Why? Why?
15 and 8 are greater than 17.
Okay, if we add 15 and 8, we get 23. And what's 23 compared to 17? Greater. The sum of the smaller two sides is bigger than the biggest side. So yes, this makes a triangle. What about number 2?
No.
Why not? If we take the smaller two sides, 6 and 8, add them together, what do we get? The last I checked, is 14 bigger than 14? No, it's not bigger than it, it's equal to it. So no, we can't have them equal. When we had 3, 2, and 5, we had them equal, we made just two straight lines. Okay, what about on number 3? No. Because what's 1 plus 2?
Yeah. I almost thought I messed up on that.
Okay, 3 is less than 25? No, we need to be greater. Okay? Flip the page real quick. Well, first of all, it's going to be a question on those 3. Okay, does that make a little more sense after our rulers?
Yeah.
Dang, Job, and Liddy. Okay, let's look at number 4. Can an isosceles triangle have these side lengths? 5, 5, and 10.
No.
Okay, why not?
Well, because they'd be the same. They'd be flat. No.
Maybe.
They'd be flat.
Okay.
Because
What do you
5
know-
5 is 10. 10 and 10 are flat.
Okay.
So it's the same.
5
two
plus
sides
5 is 10, and 10 is equal to 10, so it'd be flat. So why was this one a little bit tricky for some of us, though? What do we know about an isosceles triangle?
Two sides.
Two sides have to be the same, and are two sides the same?
Yes.
Yeah, but it still can't form a triangle. So it's a little bit tricky. In this form of isosceles triangle, we see two sides we're like, oh! Then we're like, but it can't form a triangle at all.
How
So
can
can it
not
be
form a triangle?
isosceles if it can't form a triangle?
How can it be a triangle? If one thing on the bottom is 10, there's 2 5s that fold like this.
You know,
Oh my goodness.
you do the same thing.
Keep asking
You
questions.
remember when you want to do 6? We'll scale it down a bit. We'll do 6, and we'll do 3 and 3. Is that the same thing, right? 6 and 3 and 3.
No, well, I'm confused. Look, do this. Alright, 24. Now 24 is 12. What? No, that doesn't make that's trippy. Why are you so red, dog?
I love this. This is great. I love it. This is fun because you guys are getting into it. It's not fun if you guys don't get into it, so thank you for getting into it. This makes it fun. This
You're
makes this lesson more enjoyable. I'm sure Mrs. Haswell's enjoying this lesson a lot more than I taught it last year.
Yeah.
This is way better than last year, I'll tell you that. I learned, I didn't have any live explanations. With the flashlight thing, with these rulers, I didn't have any of it. I didn't think of it. And then later I was like, so can my thoughts try all these side things? No! And it says explain, but this work is an explanation. This work is an explanation right now. Okay? Questions on that? Okay, we have one small little thing left. If we're just given two side lengths, let's say we're just given the side lengths 4 and 3. Is there only one option for our third side length, or can it be a multitude of options? It can be a multitude of options, but there's also some things it can't be, right? Like it can't be 1, because 3 plus 1 is 4, so it can't be 1. Okay? It also can't be too big either, because if this becomes the new biggest side, can it be 8? Can it be 8 long? No, because 3 plus 4 is 7, so it wouldn't be bigger. So there's a limit there. The limit does exist if you watch Mean Girls, okay? In this case, the limit does exist, even though the quote is the limit does not exist, okay? So what we have to do is, it's a calculus question. So what we have to do to figure out our third possible side, it says given the two possible lengths, determine the possible lengths of the third side. So we're going to take our big side minus the little side, and that's going to be the lowest number. It has to be bigger than that. And it has to be smaller than whatever the big side plus the little side is. So in this case, we take 12 and 3, which one's bigger?
12.
So we do 12 minus 3, and we see that's going to be less than x. And x is just saying that's our third side. We don't know what it is. We're calling it x. And that, our third side has to be less than 12 plus 3. So we do big minus little and big plus little on each side. So go and write that down. Then we'll go ahead and do that subtraction and addition. So what do we get on the left side? Right again? 9 is less than x, which is less than 15. So we're saying our third side could be anywhere between 9 and 15. If we have side lengths of 3 and 12, our third side could be anywhere between 9 and 15. We can't form a triangle if it's 9 or less. We can't form a triangle if our third side is 15 or more.
No, how are you supposed to guess if there's 5 numbers in between there?
We don't have to figure out exactly what it is. We just need to figure out the range. If we have these two side lengths, this could be the possible third side length. Okay? This could be useful in construction. This could be useful in construction or measuring things, okay, in real life. This could be one that has a real world application to that. If you know two sides of something, you need to connect them. Well, what's that third length have to be? Somewhere in here. 4 and 9. Can somebody help me set this one up?
9 minus 4
Yep.
is less than
Yep.
x.
Yep.
Greater than
Less than.
or less than.
Yep. On the left we subtract. On the right we add. So we end up getting 5 is less than x, which is less than 13. So we know our third side, our missing side, has to be somewhere between 5 and 13. It can't be 5, it can't be 13. It has to be between the two. It could be 5.1, it could be 12.9, it could be anywhere between. Okay? So this last one, can anybody help me set up this last one here? Go ahead. Okay. Well, no. Okay. 14 minus
10
14 minus 10.
less than 14 plus 10.
Exactly right. And so we say, what do we get on the left side here? What do we get on the right side? 24. So our missing side can be anywhere between 4 and 24 here. That's a pretty big range on that one.
Cool beans.
Go. Okay, where are we going?
X
If you put them in the fridge or freezer.
You ever tried putting refried beans in your cocktail?
No.
Beans, sorry.
Did you say refried beans in the freezer?
Well, she asked if they're cold. Or if they're cool beans. Beans are cool. Frijoles Cheetos? Frijoles Cheetos? Cool beans. Frijoles.
Yeah, three. You can't see mine at the bottom.
Sauces. Yeah.
Look at
Sauces.
3.
Okay, my last. Be bigger for you guys.